Yeah, Alan Oborny, bison manager for Smoky Valley Ranch and the state of Kansas, Nature Conservancy. February of 2018 is our first annual Bison Works here on Smoky Valley Ranch. These bison have been on the ranch since 2000, but they've never actually been fully worked or vaccinated or had any testing or anything done to them. So most of our focus for our bison roundup is to do just that, some DNA testing, vaccinations, and we're also planning to ship about 44 head of animals to Montana, so we have state and federal requirements for the testing to get ready for that, and those bison will go next week. I've been on the ranch about 2 years now, and actually, among other things, among other responsibilities on the ranch, the bison, I've been working on this project off and on for 2 years leading up to this week. We've made modifications to our corrals, to our system, infrastructure to the ranch, fencing and water, all of that with the focus of kind of arriving to today. A 3-day Bison Works plan. We worked yesterday. Today is Tuesday the 27th, and we'll finish up tomorrow working all our bulls that get shipped to Montana. We hope to cake all our bison in. When I say cake, we feed them a range, they call it a range cube, but it's a supplement. We spread it on the ground and try and bait them into our corrals. That works, that's always our first option. It works quite successfully most of the time. Sometimes we don't capture all the animals that way, and we did not here yesterday. We captured probably 80% of them, but we brought the other 30% in with our ATVs, and it was fairly stress-free for the last few. We try and keep it as low-key as possible, not only through the capture process, but through the entire process. Adjusting our facilities, adjusting the way we work, pay a lot of attention to the animals' behavior, and keep it just as stress-free as we can for them. When we first bring the animals into the corrals, we capture them in, we've got 2 main pens that we capture our animals in. We try and split them about half and half, give the animals a little bit of space so they are quiet and as quiet as possible. And then as we process our animals, we'll step into those corrals, try and sort a few animals as close as possible as we can, small groups, bring them into the alleyway. Then we have a system of 3 gates there where we can set gates, and in this case we're sorting off the bull calves and the yearling bulls. And as we bring them up to the chute, then obviously the compartments and alleys become just a little bit smaller and more individualized. And then at the very last step, it's a single file alley down to the working chute, and it's a hydraulic chute. It's quite safe for the animals. It's our first year of using any of this system as far as the corrals and facilities. With the vaccinations, one of the vaccinations we give is a dewormer, parasite control for the animals. We're doing anaplasmosis testing, and anaplasmosis is a non-required test. But Nature Conservancy has chosen to, for our own internal information, we've chosen to do that test, kind of just see where we're at on that. We're ear tagging and IDing, electronic ID. So each animal will receive 3 forms of ID. They'll receive a metal clip in their right ear, in their left ear or an electronic ID chip, and also a dangle tag that you can read in the field. And those 3 references, or those 3 IDs will all be referenced together so we can cross-reference them. And then in the future, we'll begin to have a history on these animals so we know when they were vaccinated, when they calved, where they came from. Then the DNA testing will be the next step in that. That'll tell us some real interesting history as to the background of the animals genetically. On a personal note, I'd like to say thanks to the Nature Conservancy. This is my interest and my focus. I like the opportunity and appreciate the opportunity to be allowed to work with the bison, and I'd like to say thanks to all the staff here, everybody. We've got a couple of volunteers on site along with TNC staff. Very much appreciated all their help and expertise along the way. Their willingness to work with us, It means a lot when you can kind of get everybody on the same page. And with the bison, safety comes first of all for the personnel, and then second of all, we want the bison to be safe and as comfortable as possible. And it's an interesting opportunity, and I appreciate it.